Hello, everyone. How's it going? So, you're probably all wondering, man, are you guys like going to do this on a regular basis where you're going to be leaving for 3 weeks and then coming back and, yeah, no. The plan is for us to do this on a weekly basis. But we've got a couple of interesting things that have been happening in our lives. Anyways, so we are going to touch base on the all but exciting, fun and exciting big talk that's on the pages and website and Facebook and Reddit, all over the place. Yes, it is. It's the new costs for everything. So we're going to do 2 videos tonight. We're going to do, the first video is going to be the Resistance, the Generics, and the Rebels. And then the second one will be the First Order, the Empire, and Scum and Villainy.
That's right. And tonight we've got a special guest with us, Alex Martin.
Hey guys.
Yeah,
who's that?
He's going to be non-partisan.
Oh, who's that? Who's that? I don't know who he is. Do you know who he is? I don't know who he is.
Some random person just walked by.
Random person.
He has a Crimson t-shirt on, so.
I just walked downstairs.
Yeah, we sold him out at 30 bucks somewhere.
Alex is a good guy. He plays with our Crimson Knight Ravens on a regular basis.
He's been in videos.
Kicks my butt all the time.
Doesn't take much.
Yeah, no.
Like everybody else.
So anyways, points, big change.
And everybody's wearing different t-shirts.
Yeah, that's because we all have lives. Anyways, back to the main focus, dude. Points, big changes.
In some.
Yeah, in some.
We're only going to touch base on the stuff that's been changed.
I know that they've messed up some lists. They haven't messed up any of mine. Did they affect yours at all?
Well, the 2 lists that I played, no. They have not.
What about you?
A couple, yes. Some went a little bit higher, some went a little lower, so just gotta tweak it a little bit.
Out. Well, anyways, looking off FFG's website, this plans to be a biannual in July and every January event. So every 6 months they plan to shuffle their points around, and I'll be honest, that doesn't bother me at all.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, they even and they're honest enough to say this time they're going in for the big shuffle, so there's lots of points done, and in the end I think it's happy, but I think we need to go over it.
The good thing about that, by making them do that, I think is the fact that it's keeping a lot of things, it's keeping everything fresh and new. So, like,
balanced.
Lowering balance.
And lowering. It's keeping fresh and new, though.
Well, and I like
you're going to be playing other things.
I like to play big ships. The big ships got some love.
Oh, yeah.
I really hate those shuttles that everybody uses to support their thing, and I don't think there's a shuttle in anything that didn't go up in price.
The Epsilon didn't get touched.
Yeah.
Well, because it only came out just, last month, 2 months ago.
Well, the First Order and the Resistance didn't get touched all that much.
Well, yeah, let's start.
But some of the stuff that goes on, some of the stuff that those ships are in, did go up in price. So we're going to start with the Resistance. Everybody knows me, I love Rebels. So for me, the Resistance is a part of that core group, so I'll always play them. But Jarrett, his main faction is Scum and Villainy, but he also likes playing the Resistance. Yeah. Alex is, well, he's a dabbler. He dabs in everything.
I go all ways.
But I think he's actually, you got rid of all your Empire stuff.
No, I'm going to be getting rid of all my First Order stuff. I'm not going to play it. A lot of my Empire, I'm keeping 4 ships, like 4 different ships for the Empire, but I'm keeping my Rebels, Resistance, and Scum.
Yeah, so he plays 3 factions. It's funny, eh? We're all kind of playing one of the factions, but we all play the one faction, like the Resistance. Mm-hmm. So this is kind of a mute point. We kind of like talking about the Resistance. Everybody knows the Resistance because of Ren or Ray.
Or the bombers.
I love the bombers.
The bombers. And so just
the flying fortresses.
We'll go through this quickly, and then we'll touch base on some stuff. So
what got
because
changed?
I don't fly the MG-100 Star Fortress, and you do.
Yeah.
Why don't you touch base on those?
Well, basically, all the slots got left alone, and the ships basically either lost about 4 to 5 points each. So Finchdello dropped
1-3 as well.
Yeah, Finchdello dropped down 4 points. Eden Capel, the one that I use all the time, only dropped 3. Then Team 5, Benny 5, the Cat 5, and the Cobalt Squadron Bomber dropped down 5. So definitely a lot more playable. You can now get 3 bombers safely and put some stuff on them.
Wait for that to come out.
Yeah, so now you can have 3 bombers on the table, and you're still going to have, 36 points? No, 26 points to spend on upgrades.
Which is not really a lot for 3 bombers.
Well, the bombers don't really need a lot.
Oh, God. You don't need much of the 3/4.
Well, that should make our friend Andrew very happy if he can
Oh,
win
yeah.
3.
So I'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's kind of neat. And I don't think the Resistance was really a faction that really needed to be touched.
I don't think so either. No, but with that, the next thing that was touched down the line.
Yeah, the A-Wing.
The A-Wing, yeah. But, yeah, the A-Wing got a new... The Blue Squadron recruit got a talent slot.
So now all the pilots have a talent slot with the A-Wings.
Anything higher than the Blue is
And it looks
got
like it's
2.
only 1 talent, not 2 like everyone else.
It's just 1. So, but at least it's got a talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, the next thing that got touched on the Resistance, the only other thing that got touched on the Resistance is BB-8.
And BB-8 or BB
And
Astromech.
BB-8 and BB-8 Astromech. So, everybody's probably wondering what they did with these. Like, they're looking at here, we were talking before we started the video, there's like 7 numbers. So, the way I think that this is working is whatever pilot skill is on with their abilities, like whatever the pilot has for an ability, whatever BB-8 is on, if the pilot is like for instance, like Poe, would probably end up being a higher end. So Poe would end up being like the 8. So it would cost for Poe to put BB-8 on his ship, it would probably cost him 8 points to actually put BB-8 on his ship.
Compared to the Blue Squadron.
Where the Blue Squadron, like an X-Wing, like the Blue Squadron rookie, if he puts that on there, it'll probably cost him 2 points. So, because those are all, like, you know, depending on what each thing is, because each pilot has a different skill.
Yeah, but some of them are based on the pilot, and some are based on base size. I'm only showing BB-8 as having 3 different numbers. What do you got on yours?
BB-8 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So, how about the Astromech?
The Astromech also has 7.
So, yeah, that's probably based on that.
This here is the one that was pulled from the actual...
Was BB-8? You seen lots of BB-8 play?
No. The problem, I think the problem is the fact that if they didn't bump up BB-8, there was probably going to start being an issue because BB-8 on Poe is pretty good.
That's difficult.
So, I mean,
barrels, so.
it makes it a very easy choice to make sure that if he decides to play BB-8, that maybe one other thing that could have helped him in some other aspect.
So basically, they're affecting the Ray Poe build by taking BB-8 up a bit more, which means you're going to have to take something away.
Yeah, it's a classic move to kind of control it before it gets too out of hand. And I agree. I mean, I feel it's pretty good. So the good thing is nothing else in Resistance got touched. It was just those particular things, and I think the reason why the bombers got touched is because a lot of people were complaining that the fact that we used to be able to run 3 of them, and they can't run 3 of them.
But they're a lot more powerful now, though, compared to what they were.
Yeah, they're a pain in the butt. I mean, they're a pain in the butt, but they can't win. They're not going to win the game for you.
But they're a lot beefier when you have a primary of 3 attack, range 2, 3, 4, range 1, plus the turret going left and right, so pretty much have a 3/4 be able to shoot no matter which way.
But they have limited them with the device rule that you can only have 1 device upgrade. You can't duplicate the same device upgrade, which I think is an anchor to any bomber period. But
so
I mean,
other than that, the Resistance is pretty nothing touched. But you know what? Everybody knew that it was one of the factions that was not going to get touched much because it was just released.
Yeah.
It was just released.
Yeah, and it's not too broken.
No.
No one's complaining.
The next thing we're going to touch base on is the generic upgrade cards.
I'm going to say Rebels for last because there may be some conversation about
there's going to be quite a conversation probably with the Rebel stuff.
So,
Alex, you can share with mine so we can go through a couple of things.
Yep.
I'm going to, I want to touch base on the Astromex because I was talking about BB-8, so I'll just finish off the Astromex. So the R2 Astromech, which states is a...
That's the one that's the ones and twos.
No, that's a card.
That's R4.
Yeah.
He removes, or you flip a face down card and spend energy to remove a face down card.
Wait.
So,
Yeah, an R2 Astromech, you're correct. After you reveal your dial, you may spend 1 energy and gain 1 disarm token to recover 1 shield.
So it's a R2 light.
So it was 6 points. They've knocked it down to 4. They've made it cheaper, which actually at 4 points, that's not too bad.
No.
Then you got R5.
yeah, so the R5 Astromech is, let's just see, R5 Astromech, he's pretty, so spend 1 energy to repair 1 face down damage card, action repair 1 face up ship damage card. So, you could take, with the R5, you could take the energy and spend it, and you repair, you repair 1 face down damage card. So, any damage cards that are face down, you spend the energy and the card goes away, it repairs, right? Whereas if it's a face up, and you repair it, the card gets repaired.
So basically what they've done is they've made the heal max cheaper.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
So you only have, what, 2 or 3 charges on it?
It has 2 charges.
Yeah, and I mean,
little
again,
extra life.
is that something you've seen a lot of use of?
No, but I think that's the reason why, is because there's times where I've made loadouts, and I'm like, you know what, I really would love to put the R5 Astromech on there. It's really going to be good, but it just has those too many points for me to put on it when I want to have something on it different that's going to help me maybe produce something different. So
I always find defense is great, but offense is better.
Oh yeah, the best defense is
I mean, if it's cheap and you got a couple points to spend, which they kind of put it in that category now, maybe. But at R2, I never bothered looking at it 6 points.
The other thing that I noticed that's not on here that probably should be mentioned, R2-D2.
Yeah, that'll be on Rebels.
Oh, is that Rebels?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
Yeah, once again, Schwabby off topic in its own direction.
No, I was kind of excited when I heard that card. But anyways, so that's the Astromech.
Cannons.
Because you play with
cannons and all that
cannon stuff. Why don't you touch base on cannons?
Well, we have the jamming beam at the great price of 3 now, which is always good.
Yeah.
So my bros will definitely love that. Same with 4 long. And then the tractor beam went down by it's down from 3 to 2.
So that makes it. I love the tractor
Yeah.
beam. Having paid 1 point less, considering I put it on all my ships, so that's 2 or 3, 4 points less that I have to spend. It's obviously they're pointing in the direction they want to see more tractor beams and jamming beams in use.
Well, I think that the jamming tokens and the tractor beam tokens are actually very effective. The problem is like, really, like, who's going to spend 2 points on the jamming beam? Like, I wouldn't. Why? It's waste for me to put it on my thing. It's not worth it.
But now it's free.
So now it's free. So now you put it on and you
with what's it, Lats or no, not Lats. Sorry, ISB Slicer, but that's more for jamming.
Well,
then it actually holds.
You know
on.
what? Jamming beam is a freebie. The problem is, I mean, it takes your attack.
But if you have a bunch of pilots that
when you hit, it turns all the hits and crit results into jam tokens instead of damage. I mean, if you've got somebody who's a piler of focuses and all that, then I can see doing it to screw them up.
Or if you have like
so
the winner to me is the tractor beam.
Because we're on cannons, why don't you hit based on the one change to hit crew? I think that this is a good change, and I think
co-pilot went down by 2 points, down to 8.
So the good thing about the Perceptive Co-Pilot is I like using it on quite a few of my mechs.
It's a good one.
But it was always, for me, was really tough because I always had to sacrifice something, or I couldn't match it up with anything to help me with my ship. So being able to knock those 2 points down and put 2 points on and put something on to help like a different
still 8 points.
Yeah, but 8 points is a little bit more manageable. I can use 2 points, I can put something else on there. I can put on like
See, I've never
targeting.
touched it because it was 10 points. Because to me, 10 points getting an extra focus.
But
Is it more 10
But it's
points?
the fact. But if you look at it, there is mechs out there, or there's pilots out there that if they get lots of focuses, they can just dish them out.
Mhm.
So, right, like Garvin, right, for the Rebels, he constantly just dishes out focus tokens.
or it's just an
Excellent,
older
yes.
pro, we can pass out.
And then there's also what's one of the biggest pilots in X-Wing that handles focus tokens from the K-Wing.
It's Asajj.
Asajj.
Yeah.
Asajj.
So Asajj, he's Mr. Focus Token.
Well, I mean, if you need one for defense, because when you use one, you get one back. So if
Yeah.
you get attacked by 5 guys, you'll get at least 4 free tokens on it.
And also the same with the brothers too, because you have one of the two chiefs, so you win. Also, when you get a focus, you want to have the double focus, you pass it to your brother.
I'm just finding in this game, in designing my squads and all that, I'm playing less with the green tokens than I ever did before. Where I'm not even taking them as actions, so I can care less if they're there or not.
It depends. I think it
So-
depends on how you're loading up your loadout.
And everyone plays differently.
So one of the things, I'll let Jarrett. Do you want to touch on the force power change, or would you like?
No,
to
because I hate force powers.
Okay, so I'll touch base on the force power change. So one of the most utilized force powers that seem to be using on pilots like Darth Vader and Luke is supernatural reflexes. So supernatural reflexes,
It lets you spend the force to perform a barrel roll
Thank you.
or a boost action.
for finding that for
And
you.
then if you perform an action that isn't on your action bar, you take a damage. But
So-
you're going to put it on a ship that has barrel
Yeah.
roll.
Yes, but the thing is it really makes a ship like Darth Vader, really dangerous. And I'm using Darth Vader as an example because Darth Vader already has three. He has 3 force.
Yeah.
He has he still has his triple. He still has his abilities to be able to triple attack you. So putting that particular thing, increasing it, is good because Darth Vader is still strong, but he's not
But he's in.
astronomically strong with supernatural.
He doesn't get played as much.
It's the same idea as advanced optics, only you spend.
Yeah. So the way they did it though is different. So before it was just a straight up cost of 12. So the way supernatural reflexes is going to be working, from what I have participatedly looked at, they have increased per pilot. So what happens is whatever pilot, like if it's a lower pilot skill with maybe not such a good ability, can use supernatural reflexes, but it'll cost you less. If it's like someone like Darth Vader and Luke, who have amazing abilities and are really good to play, are really good on the board, they're more expensive to use supernatural reflexes because that gives them that extra oomph. So by knocking that down and making so that they cost, you can put it on there if you want, but it's going to cost you more money.
Because I can easily see the lower pilot skills, pilot skills for when the clones come out. Because you have the Jedi's coming out, so
they
probably have to
basically set it up so that the ships the ships that can't take advantage of it quite like a Darth Vader can, it's free to use. Go ahead.
like
go
an Ezra
crazy.
kind of thing.
Yeah, but if you're going to put it on Darth
It's
Vader,
going to cost you.
you're going to lose another ship in your build. because
Yeah.
it
Or
costs
you're going
you
to lose a
that
ship
much.
in your build, or you're going to lose stuff that goes on Darth Vader.
Right,
Either way.
exactly. So it's going to have a big bite to it.
So the next thing I'll touch base on, I was going to let Alex touch base on this, but I think that I don't use it very often.
And I've never used that one either.
But I do know that one of our players for Crimson Knight Ravens uses it on his bombers all the time. Do you use Agile Gunner on your bombers?
No, I use the veteran turret gunner.
Do you? Okay, so
That's gone cheaper.
the Agile Gunner was 10, went down to 8. So it's 2 points less, which is fine. So what that ability does is it says that at the end of the combat phase, you can
rotate your dial.
rotate your turret. So, okay, so that kind of makes the bombers a little bit more, being able to put that on a bomber it'll allow the bomber to maybe add that one little thing that might be able to maybe make it a little bit more playable and maybe make it a little bit more of a hit.
I can see that more on the Shadowcaster.
Yeah,
the old
you know what?
Shadowcaster.
Even at 8, I don't think Agile Gunner's going to get tons of play. I mean, for 8 points, you get a movie dial at the end of it. Most of the ships being played that are being played already have a maneuver in their mechanics to move that dial. I mean, veteran turret gunner.
That went up. Oh no, it went down.
It went down to 6.
The veteran tail gunner is still 4.
Yeah, and that's one that I use all the time.
The veteran turret gunner, which
has gone from 8 to 6.
Exactly.
And that's the one that I use on most of my builds on the bombers.
Yeah,
so it allows you to double tap with
potentially.
Well, yeah.
Like,
once you do a primary attack, you get a shoot out of one of your other obstacles that you use.
So,
no.
It's
it has to be on the dial.
Yeah.
But
if you're on the Falcon, if you're on the Outrider or anything like that, shoot one way, you can shoot the other.
Yeah, on the bombers, I just keep it on the side like a bow tie, shoot out of the front, and then I can shoot out of one of my sides. And the fact that he's 2 points cheaper,
even better.
Yeah, I mean, he's my favorite gunner, period, out of all of them, and they made him cheaper. Just means I'll see more people using them on the table.
I still like Skill Bombardier on certain things as well. Hot Shot Gunner I actually quite enjoyed, especially on the high, like on Han Solo. And I'm glad those stayed the same.
Yeah, well, I don't really think there's much need to fool around with the gunners. I'm surprised they made a couple of ones that they did cheaper. I mean, if we look at this list so far, basically it's all cheaper. There's really nothing that's been raised
except for supernatural
reflexes, which was
everybody knew it was going to happen.
Kind of broken. But then we flipped the page over. Holy cow, Batman! Lots of stop signs here.
So we're hitting on to missiles. The missiles, so the barrage rockets, which are really, really good, went up in cost by 1 point.
That's the one that blows up asteroids.
Yeah, no. The one that blows up asteroids, that's a bomb. That's a device.
No, I know the seismic charges do that.
Seismic charges. Barrage rockets help you. It has a 5 dice attack. Or 5 energy. It has 5 energy. Sorry, 5 energy or something like that. It's not a lot of energy to be able to do.
Barrage, what it does, it takes 2 spots. So it's not a 1 spot, it's a 2 spotter.
Yeah. And it has 5 energy.
You gotta have a focus. So you need a focus. Spend 1 energy, and you get 5 of the silly things. If the defender is in your bull's eye, you may spend 1 or more energy to reroll that many attack dice. You only get 5 energy, period.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So you could either do 5 shots, and it's only a 3 dice roll. It's not that much.
Mostly going to be on the Punisher anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. They made it more expensive. It's probably because it was part of the bomber list that got nuked that we'll do in the second.
Yeah, so the bombers are the Punisher.
But I don't see it as being an all-out.
No, but it went up 1. It cost a little bit more.
And I've never even seen it out.
One of the biggest things that everybody took advantage of was homing missiles.
Yeah.
So, FFG said, okay, no problem. They increased it by 2 points.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to make it a little bit more expensive, so you still be able to put it on your ship, but it's going to cost you a little bit more, so you might have to sacrifice something or sacrifice a pilot.
Yeah, I don't think it's the end of the world.
I
never use them.
So, modification slots.
Oh, lots of stuff there.
So, the modification slots, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. 5 different things.
2, 3, 4. Oh, you're right, 5.
So, abractive plating. So, everybody knows, like the bomber stuff, all use these. Anybody that can have a modification on the big ships uses these. So they're like, okay, well, it's went up 2 points. So it went from 4 to 6. It'll be a little. You can still put it on, but
you know what? Bombers, or you have to budget your funds for the bombers.
Yeah.
And taking 2 points away, and you think these guys were running a couple bombers at a time. The bombers need the points for the bombs, not for plating. So that'll be interesting.
On a couple bombers I can see, but other ones, really care.
But on the good side, Afterburners went down 2.
Yep.
Afterburners is 2 points less.
And actually, I haven't seen tons of it when I would expect to be tons. So
I've seen it on Silencer.
So bumping it down 2, we might see more of that in play.
So one of the interesting things that I found that went down that I thought was interesting, that wasn't in a lot of play, but kind of got dabbled in, was engine upgrade. Engine upgrade turns your red barrel rolls boost into what?
Or it gives you
a red boost. So they went down in cost. So the engine upgrade for like X-wings, like small bases, went from 3 to 2. Medium bases went from 6 to 4, and large bases went from 9 to 7. So I think that's a pretty not a bad change.
Well, you got to figure they want to see more pilot and less just cones flying out there. I mean, this is a maneuver skill. It gives you that chance to out dodge and do whatever.
Munitions failsafe. I never use it. I have no idea.
From 2 to 1.
Yeah.
You know what? At one point, you probably see it more often now. Because basically it means, I dumped up my entire frickin' roll. I'd rather just not do the attack and get my energy.
Yeah.
For 1 point, if you're running bombs or any kind of munitions that it supports,
I think it's only going to be munitions, not like for missiles and torpedoes.
No, it'll be for specifics. But either way, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, you only get so much energy to play with. And then you got
static discharge vanes.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised that they
that went up from 6 to 8.
Yeah. So
it gained 2 points.
But that's the thing is I've never actually seen it played in our area.
No, it's not in our meta, but I mean, it goes before you would gain 1 ion or jam token. If you're not stressed, you may choose another ship at range 0 to 1 and gain 1 stress token. If you do, the chosen ship gains that ion or jam token instead.
I can see that on my one scum hawk.
Yeah, well, I'm picking the big base ships with all the hull and stuff to give away, all the shields to give away.
For Gase's ability is all about ion.
Yeah.
And I could see him with that.
Well, there's somebody's meta that bumped that up, because you're right. I wouldn't have thought of bumping that up too.
Yeah, like I've never seen that here. Maybe in the Vancouver area, possibly.
At 8, I don't expect to see it in our area.
No. I think.
So unless somebody's fancy little thing has it.
The next thing is sensors.
Oh,
they all change.
Yeah, that whole category.
Advanced sensors, collision detector, fire control system, trajectory simulator. Trajectory simulator, bombers. Hey, your little 3
Holy snot,
went up to 10.
This one will hurt Andrew and his bombers.
But it was a big thing was because of the Punishers. It wasn't for the bombers, I think it was mainly for the
Punishers. I think it was the Punishers.
Yeah.
And the fire control system went actually down 1.
It's not as much bang for the buck anymore.
No. Because it used to be out, but now it's like...
You got a target lock,
and
collision
detector went up 1. Like, it went up 1. People were using it like crazy for collision detector, so it went up 1. And advanced sensors, which makes, like the TIE silencer, Darth Vader, like...
And it went up 2.
It went up 2 points.
So you notice,
like, it's crazy.
We already got a theme here of if it lets you do an action before you move, it's going to cost you more now.
Yeah, it's costing a lot of money. Talent. The talent skills.
Oh, yeah, we got lots of talent here.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that went up. Composure went down 1. Never gets used.
What the hell was that?
That's if you fail your action, you get it's a
refocus.
It's a red belt.
It's
red focus.
It's red focus.
If you fail.
Even at 1, I don't think I'd even.
No, Aussie friends.
Debris Gambit, which everybody loved using, went up 1.
Yeah. And Juke still worth 3 points.
Thank you, FFG. Juke went up to 5.
It only went up 1 point.
That's still a little bit more expensive, so it makes it a little bit more. Lone Wolf went up 1.
I don't see that being played that much, Lone Wolf.
You know what I find interesting? Squad Leader. Squad Leader went the same way that Super Reflexes went. It went based on pilot skills and pilot abilities. So you look at Squad Leader and you put it on somebody like Han Solo or something like that, and now it's going to cost you 14 points.
I can see that more on the shuttle.
I'm just using that as an example.
But the basic guy, it got 2 points cheaper.
Yep.
The next guy up it stayed the same, and then from there it just advanced in cost.
Exactly.
Okay,
For
so
all the
Obviously, I mean, they push Swarm. They want Swarm.
Yeah.
Squad leader, yeah, Swarm.
It's
I'm
it doesn't
in
get
1.0,
used in
if I
Swarm.
saw a Swarm, I could care less, and I would take it out. But in 2.0, I will be honest, Swarm builds, you have to take a lot more serious now. And they're probably doing this just kind of equal the field a bit.
Trick shot. Everybody loves using trick shot. It was easy. One single point to throw into your ship to load out your loadout. Well, it went up a point. It cost you one down from 1 to 2. And you know what? I mean, honestly, I don't think it should have went up. I think it should have stayed where it was. I think it was priced properly. But we'll see.
Well, you know what?
You don't use
Ken
it
would
that much.
agree with you on that because we just changed his build to all the shot ships and shot.
So, but you know,
I think some of
tech.
the stuff went down there.
So the tech,
He's smart.
the tech, which kind of was just released with the second wave stuff. Advanced optics, prime thrusters went again. It changed to pilot skills and pilot abilities. So they've all changed. So there's 7 different costs for those loadouts. So it now for prime thrusters for the small ship, it's gonna like for lower end pilot, it's gonna cost you 4. For a higher end pilot that has good skill, it's gonna cost you 10.
Right.
So things have changed for that. Targeting synchronizer, that cost went up 1.
Yeah, they left pattern analyzer alone, which I like because that's about good.
I think pattern analyzer is a good price.
That's my favorite tech out of all.
What does the
sets,
targeting
to be honest.
synchronizer do again? I forget about that one.
Target synchronizer? I can't remember off the top of my head because I never use it.
Nor do I, so.
While a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 performs an attack against the target you have locked, that ship ignores the target lock attack requirement.
Oh.
So it helps out with the bombing.
Yeah,
It's what it does. So that's probably why I got
So-
picked.
One of the things I don't like, that I was kind of like a little upset about, but it had to be done, I guess I understand, is the torpedoes. Proton torpedoes went up. So they went from 9 to 12. It now costs you 3
More points, yeah.
more points to put one of those puppies on your ship.
What is a range 1 5 attack die?
It's, yeah,
That's the one, right? Yeah,
1 to
proton.
2.
That's the one, I thought it was just a 1 proton.
No, it's 1 to 2. Protons is 1
I
to 2.
think it was a 5 attack die, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Just give me a sec here.
And the turret gunners, so the turrets,
Oh, it is range 1.
it is
Right.
Five
It's
attack
range
die.
1, 5 attack die. It's a fem
Oh,
round
it used
that
to
you
be.
can only use once.
Proton, well, that's advanced protons.
That's what.
Jared. No, it's proton torpedoes,
protons.
not advanced.
So what the heck is
It's
proton?
protons.
Are you in hyperspace build or?
No, I'm in all of it.
So
Then
it's
what's the-
protons. So protons went up. I understand. It gets, it's probably one of the most utilized torpedoes. So they just cost a little bit more. The turrets. So
They
you got
went
the
down.
dorsal turret went down to, and the ion cannon turret went down to. So all of those, they want people to start using some more of that stuff, and I get it. But I'll be honest with you, some of the changes, with everything that's in the generics, I think that some of the stuff that was changed was a good change, and I think that some of the other changes were a little bit extravagant.
You know what? Overall, the changes made don't bother me one way.
No,
No.
they don't bother me all too much.
There's,
But
We'll
some,
make it work if it
there's
does.
some stuff here that they made cheaper that I still don't think we'll see play.
No.
But the stuff that sees a lot of play, they really made it so that if you want to include it, you're really going to have to think about your build.
Mm-hmm. I agree on that.
so my
my
favorite faction. So I am not going to. I'm not going to talk about the first one, which is the B-Wing. I'm going to let Alex, you play B-Wings a lot. don't you?
Mainly version 1, but so it looks like
Why don't
all
you
of,
touch up the B-Wing up?
all of them from Braylon, Ken, Blade Squadron Veteran, and Blue Squadron all went down in price from -3, went down 3 points, 4, 1, and 1. So a little change. You don't see him playing as much.
Do you think that's going to make a big difference? 3 points
I
off?
think putting 10 num and having him -4 points less is going to help make him a stronger played pilot in B-Wings. I know that.
He's a stress. He loves the stress.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that Caleb loves playing 10 num, and everybody that plays a B-Wing, 10 num is like
Seems to be the choice.
the choice that everybody chooses
Well,
to play.
they gave him the best discount.
And you know what? It's fine, because I'll be honest with you, the B-Wings don't get a lot of play, but the people that do play them, they love using 10 num. So, you know what? I think that's going to be good. You're probably going to see it. Braylon, I haven't seen him even hit the table once. But yeah, it should be good.
Yep.
So the arcs,
Nothing changed.
No,
nothing
they're
changed.
fine.
Oh, sorry, we're not touching any on it. Okay, so the attack shuttle, Sabine. So there has been some kind of crazy build that was out there with the attack shuttle that just makes Sabine crazy. So they increased her cost.
Oh, 4.
Well, you know what? If you look, you'll notice that they've increased all the different shuttles of different factions. They've increased all of them. You'll find anything with Sabine Wren, whether it's a shuttle or any other card, has been increased as well. So she got lots of extra luck.
She got a lot of. So one of the ships that does and hasn't seen a lot of play with 2.0 is the Y-Wing, which was the goal when they released it.
Yeah.
Nora Wexley. You know what? I love seeing her in the Y-Wing. I think it's amazing.
And she's solid.
And she's solid. She went down to Dutch, who people play a lot with as well. He went down 3 points.
Yeah, and the rest went down 1.
Horton, down 1. Ivan went down 1. Gold Squadron Veteran went down 1. Gray Squadron Bomber went down 1. You know what?
It's only a couple points.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think that's going to make that much of a difference.
It might make for Nora and for Dutch it will, but for
Dutch
the other
definitely.
ones, but for the other ones, no.
No.
The K-Wing,
My favorite.
which I'll be honest with you, I love flying that ship, but since 2.0's come out, it has literally been sitting on people's shelves. No one's touched it. I have not seen it hit the table once.
Well, like, since they got rid of the TLT and the way that Miranda got nerfed, I can see.
You mean the never-ending shield regen?
Yeah. Oh, then of course last year's Target Lock when they had you can play one of each ship from each faction, and you can cross everything. So they gonk on Miranda.
Oh, she was
it's
just
like
stupid.
constant regen of the shields. Like you can destroy it 5 different times, still
It
with
was
it.
stupid.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they changed.
They
So
only made them a bit cheaper.
they made them cheaper. So now a siege, Miranda, and the Warden all went down 3.
I
So,
agree on that.
you know what? I think that now
I
with
still
the
don't
cost,
think they're going to see play. It's only 3 points.
you might maybe see
She's-
Miranda now, but I
Miranda's
don't know.
45 instead of 48.
We'll see what happens.
She's still a fly.
I still want to try to make it work.
I'll tell you one of the ones I am excited about though.
The
E-Wing.
I'll give you credit.
You know what? I was excited when we heard that they were going to revamp 2.0. We were all saying, okay, maybe finally.
That was the big push. E-Wings against Defenders.
Yeah.
So what
And
happened?
one thing we never see at the tables, E-Wings or the
There's a lot of Defenders.
Yeah,
No E-Wings.
Here's the problem. The cost for the E-Wing was still ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't, and you couldn't fly any other E-Wing pilot. The only one you can fly is Cornhorn.
Oh, you have Gavin. He's not that bad, but
That was not bad.
But you know what? And we're like, what the heck? Like, seriously. So, you know what? They got some love. They all dropped down. Cornhorn now is lost 8 points. So he went from 68 to 61.
no,
he went from
74
to
66. 66, sorry.
Yeah.
Gavin went down from 68 to 61. The Rogue Squadron went from 63 to 56. And the Keenav Squadron went from 61 to 54. I love this idea. I think we might see some more E-Wings on the board now.
maybe an E-Wing.
I'm actually thinking of maybe flying like an E-Wing Swarm just for the heck of it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Well, you know what?
You could actually fit 3
Rogue Squadron
3 or 4.
Escort is still a pilot skill 4 at 56 points.
That's pretty good.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
But
That's not too bad.
Keenav Squadron Escort, you can put
He's a
3.
He's a pilot
3,
skill
maybe
2.
4 of those guys in play.
And they're like, it's like
No,
So
you play 3.
3. So you can play
it's like
3 of them.
3 old
I don't know if
Defenders.
I throw that, but I say the Rogue Squadron Escort, he's 56 points and he's a pilot skill 4.
Yes, pretty good.
3 of them, it could be pretty solid.
Well, I use him as a support with the B-Wing.
Like I said, I'm really excited about that change. I think that was a great change. I'm going to let Alex
Here's one of my favorites.
Talk about the Hawk.
One of my favorites
because the Hawk,
version 1.
Since the Hawks come out, everybody was ecstatic about the Hawk and the loving it got. Well, it's received some more loving. But
the other way around.
But the other way around. So, Alex, go ahead and touch base on this.
So, and all the Hawk pilots actually went up. We have Jen going up 2 points, up from 42 to 44.
But which pilot went up the most?
Rorik, just because he sees the most of, congratulations, you have 7.
Because of the Rorik and dash build.
Yeah, because of the double tap dash, easily.
No, well, Rorik, at the start of the engagement phase, you may choose one ship in your firing arc. If you do, it engages at initiative 7 instead of the standard.
With him with the double tap dash is unreal.
Yeah.
So, what did they do? They said, okay, no problem. They boom.
38 to 43, 5 points.
So he's more expensive.
Kyle Katar went up 1 point. 38 39.
Heaviest played.
He's more of a passing out focuses. So the Kim, Garvin, Visage, and then the Rebel Scout one from 32.
That one will just get played. I don't know why you got a Rebel Scout out there.
Hey, I did 5 Rebel Scouts just for
Yeah, you did.
One of the exciting things that our friend Mr. Jarrett Marshall is going to be excited about is the A-Wing. So the A-Wing has gotten some love, and it went down in cost on some of the main pilots. So Jake went down from went down 4, Arville went down 2, and the Green Squadron pilot went down 2. So that's pretty good. And the Centipede class.
Go back.
Look at that. Yes. And they received talent skill.
Second talent.
Second for the first 3. Jake, Arville, and Green got a second talent.
So Phoenix
and then the Phoenix Squadron
got a single talent.
So now it's going to be like the old A-Wing card from
that's the same thing they did with the Resistance ones.
Well, the Resistance one, but
they made sure everybody had talent, but the key ones got 2 talents.
Because I remember the old A-Wings in version 1 also had the 2 with the A-Wing.
Is there really 2 talents to throw on these things that really synergize?
Well, our friend Jared Marshall definitely finds some way to fill in those talents.
He'll be good at those.
So he's probably dancing the jig with those guys because he's going to be able to do something. He was dancing the jig last Thursday he was playing. He's having some fun last Thursday with some A-Wings. So the Centipede class, sorry for the jumping so fast through it, but the Centipede class shuttle went through
we have increases.
A small increase on two of the pilots. So Fen Rao, not touched. Ezra, not touched. Zeb went up 2 points.
That one I'm surprised about.
And AP5 went up 2 points.
No surprise there. Zeb, who plays Zeb? Like, really?
While you defend, crit results are neutralized before hit results. So you can get rid of the crits before you take the hit.
But it's the same thing with this other shuttle too as well. It's the exact same because in the attack shuttle you have Zeb right there. Yeah. It's the exact same.
But they made the cost the same for both ships.
Yeah.
So they're both 34s. That's
okay then. Yeah, that makes sense.
Smashed it up.
So they just smashed it up. That's the reason why it went up. X-Wings, no touch.
Nope.
Tie. So the
Sabine.
You know who was
what
it?
Did I say? Sabine's getting more love.
Sabine went from a 28 to a 30.
And next, when we go to
really does that make much of a difference with who plays her?
And when we get to the Shadow Castle, we'll see how.
I'm curious why they bumped her up just 2 points.
Probably affects one of the cards. Probably affects one of the other cards that she plays with.
Yeah, good.
One
got love are the things you don't see on the table.
So the Ghost.
When the last time you saw a Ghost on a table?
So the Ghost has all 4 pilots have changed. It went from so Cannon went -6, Hera -3, Chopper -2, Lawful went from -2, but they also gained the sensor.
Yeah, which they had that in version 1, I think, too, if I'm not mistaken.
So that might change now a little bit. You might see a little bit more Ghosts on the table because
I don't know.
Because of the sensor.
They're like the air raid balloons in World War II. They're just there to get shot.
But they have the sensor back on them. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see if they could do anything. You got to remember what made the Ghost the magic was the TLT.
Double tap.
And being able to double tap a TLT.
So one of the things that I've been flying as of late is the Millennium Falcon with an X-Wing. And it was really but the
Falcon's always been kind of expensive.
13, it has been, but so the YT 1300 got some loving.
Yeah.
Han Solo went from has lost 10 points. And Lando dropped 12.
Yeah.
He's a big jump.
And Chewbacca dropped 11 points.
Yeah, the generic
and
dropped.
The outer rim smuggler dropped 9 points. Hey, Clyde, the outer rim pilot, outer rim smuggler. I don't know. Why don't I see any outer rim smugglers being played, Mr. Outer Rim Pilot? Just joking. Love you, Clyde. I still want to see some outer rim stuff. Okay.
What about Dash and Levo?
So I'll let. I don't play the YT 2400. I probably should try it, but good.
Dash is totally up your alley. You don't have to worry about anything on the field. We keep telling him that. It's like, oh shit. He doesn't have to worry about aspects or debris. These are the ships he fly. What does he fly? Not those.
No, he flies things that love to land on.
Exactly. So we have Dash Rendar went from 100 to 98, so lost 2 points, minus 2. You have Lebo down 10 points, but he also loses the crew slot. So Lebo is, I still kind of like Lebo. He's pretty good. And then you have the Wild Space Fringer, or Fringer. No, it's Fringer.
Fringer.
There we are. English is bad, just put it that way. Put it down 2 points.
It's just 2.
So they got a little bit of loving too, the YT.
Does Lebo need the crew?
I don't think it does.
I mean, he's after you defend or perform an attack, if you spend a calculate token, gain 1 calculate token. So he's basically set up like your little focus card that you want.
Well, you can't. The downside is you can't play CDPO on him anymore.
Yeah, that was probably the thing.
So what?
I can still probably do it. I still like my old Lebo Chewy build. That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the next thing that got touched, the Astromech. This is one of the ones.
Upgrade cards.
Yes.
There's your R2D2.
Yes. So the R2D2, who I thought was a little over priced. Even in 1.0, I thought it was a little overpriced.
No,
but I still think he was overpriced. These guys can say what they want.
Depends on which.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm glad to see that R2D2 went down in cost.
Well, he's limited in use now.
Yeah, you can't be on a regen Poe anymore.
And
that was stupid.
He's 6 points now, and he only has 3 energy to be able to use that same thing, that ability. So that makes him
a little bit better than Luke.
Was way too expensive. So 6, I'm like, okay, I can consider putting him back on my ship because of that particular reason. So it gives me 3 chances to maybe regen my shield. After that, R2D2 is done, then you can eject his mech and do whatever you want with it. R5D8, which does, I believe that's a face-up damage card.
I'm just taking a look.
I'll find it before you will, because I have my battery here.
Well, that's good.
R5 is spend 1 energy to repair 1 face-down damage card. Actually, repair 1 face-up ship damage card.
So it's just another.
It's the same as. Oh, I think
and you get 3. You get 3.
I made a mistake.
You could spend.
I made a mistake on the Astromech.
Why?
I actually read the R5D8 thing instead of the R2 Astromech.
What does R2 Astromech do then?
The R2 Astromech says after you reveal your dial. Oh no, wait a minute. Was the R5? No, yeah, the R5 Astromech is the same as the R5D8. Yeah, we're okay.
Okay.
Once again, Schwabi is
special.
So R5D8 is
so it's 6 points.
Yeah, it's the same as R5D8. It's the same as R5 Astromech.
So you can get rid of 3 face down cards, and then after the fact, once you spent energy, you can still repair face ups so that you can make them face down. So it gives you 3.
No, you have 2. You get 2 actions with it. So you need to choose which action.
No, I know, but you get 3 energy, and the first action uses energy. So once you've used all 3 energy, you get a choice of 1 action. So your face down damage cards, you can get rid of 3 of them.
No, once you lose your energy, you're done.
No, what I'm saying with the energy, you get rid of 3 of them. Each energy gets rid of a damage. And then after the fact, you can take the face up and turn them face down.
Yeah.
So is it worth 6 points?
Or no, it's not. He gets rid of damage, or he
flips up
the ship.
Yeah, that's what I
flips
said.
Down over.
No, he said after they do the 3, he still gets the other one.
Well, yeah. Once you finish off the 3, you can still use the other action.
No,
you don't need energy to do it. The last action does not require energy.
It says,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
after
true.
repair.
Well, that's true. You're actually correct. My
Yeah.
apologies.
The first action,
He actually
you
might be
need
pretty
3
good.
energy, which gets rid of 3 damage out of the game. And then after that, when you get crits, you can use them to turn them into, make them go away.
Sure.
And I'm finding in this damage deck, that's really worth considering because there's a lot of crits that say there's no way to roll dice
No.
to get rid of them. So he becoming cheaper might be valuable in some builds.
He only 1 point cheaper.
Yeah, I know, but it's enough that at 6, I might consider it.
Maybe on a wedge.
But that's the
Maybe
same thing with
something.
R2D2. That's why it says now I might consider putting R2D2 in my logo.
I think
Crew.
we get more out of him, but
Crew for Rebels. So Chopper went down 1.
Yep.
Baz Malbus, which I never understood why he was so expensive in the first place.
he went down 5.
Went down
He did
5.
an FFG.
He went down 3. Or you know, 5.
No,
yeah,
he went,
sorry.
he
This
went
one
from
went
8
down
to
3.
3.
Yeah.
Lowered 5.
So he's
C3PO, which I thought was like the old C3PO.
I can understand this.
I can understand that point cost, but the new C3PO, which is he's still good, but he's not like crazy good.
Because you have to guess
I'm
1.
glad that he went down 4, so he's now 8. So he's back to his normal. I think that he was 8 in 1.0 too.
Yeah, he's
So
pretty expensive.
It's nice to see that went down, so you
Yep.
can consider it, so it's a little bit better. Chewbacca, thank goodness, the Chewbacca card is not nearly as good as the Chewbacca card in 1.0,
No.
and so it went down by 1, which I find is
And it
fair.
only lets you fix 2 cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
So really, Chewbacca should only.
No. Chewbacca regens his energy.
Oh, does he?
He regens his
Oh,
energy,
he does. Yeah.
so it allows you to. It allows
spend
you
2
to.
energy to flip.
Yeah, you spend both of his energy to flip.
Yeah, then
A
I
card
guess,
over.
Then I guess 4 points.
And then after 2 turns, you can use it again. It's like Leia
Yeah.
when she allows you to go through everything at the fight. So Canon Jarras, he went from who never gets played.
Not
He
anymore.
went from 14 to 12. So does that mean you think that lowering him by 2 points
It's gonna
FFG
make a
is
difference.
going to make a difference? I would have lowered that guy by 10.
No, he's a 4 season. Force user,
Oh,
no.
he's a force
Yeah,
user.
you don't.
No,
I'm just saying. I know he's a
I know,
force
I know
user.
you just said
I'm just saying.
FFG. Robbie is not allowed to consult you on points.
I'm just like, I was being sarcastic. I'm like, it just doesn't make sense that he costs that much. I never see him play.
because remember you a force token. It means after you execute a white maneuver, you treat it almost like a blue maneuver, and you get
So-
no stress.
One of my favorite cards that I play all the time, Lando Calrissian.
Oh, he's awesome.
I love him. I use him all the time. Everybody gives me such a hard
At
time
2
about it.
points, so why not?
Yeah,
And at
He's
2
hilarious.
points,
5
I'm like, thank you very much. So I'm okay with
you're
that.
guaranteed focus on the
Something.
bait.
And-
Something.
And the thing that I'm actually very, very surprised about, now that I know that because Caleb plays Leia
Yeah.
on his stuff, and uses it very, very effectively, they lowered her costs.
Down to 2 points.
Down
she
to 2
is solid.
Yeah.
I like her.
But she uses all, you have to spend all of her things. It takes,
Just like Chewie.
yeah. And then it
3.
takes 3 turns to regenerate.
But she's a pain in the butt. And I
She's
think
good.
2 points actually is way too cheap for her.
She might go off
She-
in
she
next
might go
one.
off.
I think
Yeah.
she should have been left at maybe 6.
Yeah.
5, 6,
She
yeah.
might go,
Yeah.
she might go up now.
5 or 6.
But I
Because I
think you're
played
getting played more.
against that Leah and your boy.
Leia.
Whatever.
Because now all of a sudden
Cinnamon
you know
bun
this
girl.
red
And
maneuver.
what a pain in the butt because you're watching
So-
her put the tokens going, okay, next turn, you know what she's going to do. Oh,
All these
Meg-
red
what's
maneuvers.
annoying?
Magna Yarrow, who gets tons and tons of play, they
The
increase
crew
her
card
cost.
at least, not the
Yeah.
Not the pilot, but she gets tons of play. They increase her cost by 1.
yeah, which I don't get because all you do is you get a target lock or somebody shoots you.
Yeah,
after it goes through.
after it goes.
Yeah, I know, but still, all it's doing is, okay,
It
I
makes
took
no sense.
damage, I get a free target lock.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I don't know why they bumped it up.
Maul went down too, so they're trying to get you to play Maul more.
But they
which-
don't have his ability yet for Show Me the Dark.
Show me the dark side.
Yeah, Show Me the Dark Side stuff because that hasn't come out yet. I think it's probably not so.
It's probably coming out soon.
Well,
Yeah.
some of these adjustments that we're picking on might be just a case of we don't know what's coming out in the
Because it
next
shows
wave.
up on the card to Show Me the Dark Side and.
So
nothing yet.
Han Solo went up in cost. The gunner card went up, so it went from 12 to 14. And Luke Skywalker.
Down.
Thank you.
He only went down 4 points.
I know, but he still went down. It's kind of
He's 26 points.
He's still expensive.
Who in God's name is going to spend 26 points on Luke Skywalker?
Hey,
Why?
I'm still happy to see that
Why?
he's going down in cost. It's not enough, but I'm glad to see he went down in cost.
I agree with Han Solo, though. I agree.
Moldy Crow went up in cost.
Yeah, Moldy Crow's annoying to me, so yeah, bump it up.
Well, 3 attack, main arc.
So it makes the Hawk way more vicious.
Oh, yeah.
So
it did.
I went from 12 to 18. You know what? The Rebels had a great. I think that a lot of the stuff that the Rebels had touched base on. I think that a lot of them are viable.
I think with the changes they made to the Rebel, there's some costly ones, but at the same time,
they're
going to be more competitive if you want to try to do a swarm, because that's what FFG wants. They want to see some swarms. And just generally, I mean, they made enough ships slightly more cheap. The E-Wings, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see at least one E-Wing. A little more E-Wing play.
Like the triple defender, triple E-Wings.
Yeah.
I wonder if the defenders went down. I guess we'll find out in the next video.
We'll find out in the next video.
All right.
Anyways, any last thoughts before Schwabi says goodbye to everybody?
Well,
some surprising, some not really.
Yeah, like I think
we'll
that
make it work.
I honestly feel that a lot of it went up, and some of them were really good jumps, and I still feel that some of them are still too expensive,
or went down a little too much,
or
like
some maybe went down a little bit too much. Yeah, but Leia's never seen any play right now.
Well, Leia's gonna see a lot of play.
Yeah, now
so the thing is now that she's at that price, she will probably see a lot of play now.
Not as much, but I still think
no, she'll see a lot of play probably.
So July will probably go back to probably 5,
She'll probably get 5 or 6. We'll see what happens, and I think you're right. I think if she gets, and you were right. I think if they cost her at like 5 or 6, that's probably sufficient.
Yeah, for what she can do.
For what she can do. I mean, being able to spend all 3 energy and then for a whole turn ignore
all reds.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty decent.
But for a whole turn, like you can literally stress your whole load.
They only made it so that for a whole turn you can avoid all asteroids.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a card coming out for that one of these days. When it does, it'll definitely go into all my shit.
That's right there.
Anyways,
convenient card. It comes out of the ship.
Seeing how I'm getting razzed by 2 of them,
I like this little.
Have a fantastic evening. Check out our Facebook page.
Well, we got
email.
We got to cover the other half next. So don't go too far because the ships that actually I play that get affected now come into the conversation.
Have a fantastic evening.
Yeah, you guys all take care.
Have a good one. Bye.